Many thanks for that, Martin. Yes, this is the 550. Download the new Bresbet app handicap over the 5 furlongs. Equity Law is 9-4 favourites. Jojo Rabbit, 7-2. One of Your Dreams, 4-1. Catch Cunningham, 6-1. American Bay is 8. Birkenhead, 12's Mini Magna. 16's the outsider. Dave Nevison alongside. One of your tips runs here, Dave, doesn't it?
Yeah, I fancied Jojo Rabbit. The angle being that he returned to form last time. He waited quite a long time to come down the handicap, but even though he won that, he's still lower than marks that he's won and run well off in the past. And I just wondered, given that Ruth Carr's had an absolutely fantastic first half of the season with a lot of these older handicappers, given the stable form and the fact that he might have got his confidence back, I thought he might have a chance to follow up in this race. He doesn't have to lead. He did lead, but he'll be prominent, I would think. But he might get a decent lead into the race. Equity Law, I think, is interesting and probably definitely entitled to be favourite at his best, but it doesn't always show his best. But hasn't run in this grade for a little while, and they were the two main contenders for me. But Jojo Rabbit, Kaya Fraser is a young jockey that I like. He takes over today. James Sullivan didn't do a bad job at all on Jojo Rabbit last time, but Kaya Fraser might be a positive switch. But I definitely think it has got a good chance on its best form. But so has the favourite.
And a word on Honour Your Dreams as well, as Martin said, possibly unsuited by the track last time out when beaten at Catterick. Yeah,
it'd be interesting if he, from stall 8, decides to come across to the stands rail again, like they were led across last time. He's a horse who leads, and he's got the outside. So maybe if the view is that that is the way to go, it didn't work in the previous race for the horse that led them there, but maybe the best ground is there at this stage of the game.
Okay, of the others, Dave, anything make any appeal at bigger prices?
Well, I've won on Birkenhead a couple of times in the past. He's a good, reliable yardstick, but he might have just won his race for this season, and he's going to be another one who's in contention for the lead. Wasn't beaten that far last time, but wasn't at his absolute best. But he looks a fair price. Catch Cunningham. If they do go quick, he could be the one that's picking up. But he's a sprinter who struggles to win races, but has been placed on more than one occasion recently.
Okay, and we should probably just have a quick word on the 5:35 at Royal Ascot that's just happened. The Wolverton handicap went the way of Hartem in the end. Not handicap, of course, but Hartem did win. Enfjar, the unlucky one, do you think?
I think Jim Crowley got in. It's been a bit of a curse today, getting trapped on the rails. I think Enfjar was trapped there. I think Reaching High couldn't get through there. William Buick, he wouldn't have won the St James's Palace, but he was on the wrong spot. The inside on the round course has been a tough place to be.
Yeah, it really has. There's been a lot of hard luck stories today at Ascot. And here at Thirsk, Dave, you're going with Jojo Rabbit in summary.
Yeah. Not with any massive confidence, but I'm certainly confident in the way the stable are going at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely flying along, the Ruth Carr team. Let's have a look at the market then. Equity Law 15-8 now from 5-2. Honour Your Dreams is now second favourite, 100-30. Jojo Rabbit there at 4-1. Catch Cunningham 6 is 11's American Bay. Mini Magna 12's. As is Birkenhead. Let's get back to the track and rejoin Martin.
Thank you, Tom. Yeah, Equity Law 2-1 at the head of the market. Been well backed, hasn't he? And it is a lot easier for Equity Law than it has been so far this year. In his 4 starts for Tim Easterby, he's contested a 0-88, a 90, an 85 here at Thirsk over course and distance, in which he finished second, and then a 0-90 last time at Doncaster, in which he was only beaten a length and a half. So he's a understandable favourite. There are only 2, however, to go into the stalls. Honour Your Dreams and American Bay, one of a couple for Paul Midgley in this field. So with our thanks, we'll go up to Martin for the final race of the afternoon.
Thanks, Martin. Honour Your Dreams will complete the line. Drawn nearest the stands. And incoming. Set. And off. Over 5 furlongs for the download the new Bresbet app handicap stakes. Birkenhead in the maroon and white checks broke smartly, so did Jojo Rabbit between the Mini Magna, also showing good early speed. They're the front 3, pursued by Honour Your Dreams in front of American Bay. Equity Law somewhat outpaced, and finally Catch Cunningham. Making their way towards the halfway stage. Mini Magna between runners has nosed ahead from Birkenhead in the cheek pieces. Jojo Rabbit in the sheepskin noseband. American Bay with a white face picking them up. Equity Law on the far right running on, and nearest the stands rails is Honour Your Dreams. Wide open with a furlong to go. Equity Law has headed Birkenhead. Honour Your Dreams coming after the new leader. American Bay running on far side. Equity Law from American Bay finishing off best of all. American Bay got up close home to run down Equity Law. Honour Your Dreams, Birkenhead. Catch Cunningham, Never Dangerous. Jojo Rabbit weakened. So did Mini Magna.
It's the first win for Paul Midgley's team for American Bay in his first year with the stable. A horse who was dropped in the handicap down to a rating of 73, having started the season £6 higher, and back down in distance to 6 furlongs has helped this horse to win at 12-1 this afternoon. It was a busy little race, plenty of pace on. Equity Law, the favourite, looked in trouble at halfway, but then picked it up and forged his way to the front. But he was vulnerable late on to American Bay, who can pick up with a couple of furlongs to run. He was travelling well in behind, and I think Jason Hart was just having to wait for a gap. He got caught up briefly behind Birkenhead and ended up having to switch to the outside for a clear run. Equity Law had committed for home, and maybe just got there early enough for him. American Bay with a strong finish to beat the favourite Equity Law. No real excuses for him, to be honest. He had every chance, got himself to the front inside the final furlong, but just couldn't quite go on with it. He's still seeking a first win for Tim Easterby's yard, but I'm sure they'll have him out again in the near future. And it was Honour Your Dreams that came back through for 3rd position, back to form for him. But American Bay signs the day off with a winner for Paul Midgley.